Scotty.
Finally, TV, it is your boy Gabriel. Remember, don't just dream, inspire, just don't imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve, baby. That's the way it goes down on Finally TV. I am so happy here today to bring you the first interview on Voice of the Valley. I introduce to you none other than Dom Gotti. Say hello, Dom.
How you doing? How you doing?
We're going to let everybody know exactly who Dom Gotti is. So, Dom, welcome to the show.
Good, Gabe.
It's nice to have you, baby. It's nice to have you. Yes, Finally TV. You see the set is getting a little bit better. Got logos up all over the place. And any music you might be hearing right now is this gentleman's music. So if you like it, let us know. Go buy it. Go stream it. Go listen to it. Talk about it. Be about it.
Check it out, man.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yes. So let's just start it off, Dom. So where were you born? What brings you to Hudson
I
Valley?
was born in the Hudson Valley in Kingston.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep, okay.
Born and raised.
And then, so your parents, same thing? Is a whole generation in Kingston? Or?
My mom is from Kingston. My
Okay.
father was from Brooklyn, and then he came out here.
Okay, so New York roots all the way through.
Yeah, New York all day.
I hear that. So tell us, what brings you here today? We kind of touched on it.
Yeah, just the music, man. I've been doing music for 7 years, and music is my life. So that's the main reason that that is what we hear.
Gotcha. And when we say music, we're talking about none other than hip to the hop.
Hip hop music, baby.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of listening to a couple joints. We had the Forbidden City and Vatican City CDs that I got to listen to. Good stuff, people. So moving on. When did you realize you wanted to do music like that?
About 7 years ago, I just, I always listened to music. It helped me out through life, my whole entire life. And then, about 7 years ago, it just clicked, I went to the studio one time with my friend. He was like, yo, come. I was like, I'm going to just write a verse.
Yeah.
I went one time. And I never stopped.
Oh.
I never stopped.
Okay.
I couldn't stop. It was impossible.
Gotcha. So you caught that fire. You
That
caught the
fire
fever.
caught.
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned, we had talked a little bit about early stages, and you said something about you knew music was your thing when you were 7 years old.
Yeah.
What was all that about?
When my mom used to tell me that it was time to go to sleep, and I had to shut everything down, I'd sneak my Walkman in and listen to the radio because I didn't even have a cassette player. I was waiting for my songs to come on. You know what I'm saying? In bed, and it was just everything to me.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I can understand that for sure. And then, so you said you've been pursuing everything for about 7 years, but really trying to pursue like a career the last year or so. So explain that, how that's gone, and how you came about saying, hey, I'm going to do this for real.
Well, I always working with somebody or in groups with people, and just trying to get a footing or a foundation. Not really thinking about making it, just thinking about doing music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it just, the more you go, the more you stick with something, the more you start to see, the light at the end of the tunnel, or what you actually can do. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And the more you stick with it, the better you get. And it just came clear, like, I really could do this.
Yeah. Well, I certainly think so. From what I've heard on this music here, there is a song. There's a song out there. If you go to my Facebook, guys, you'll definitely see I shared it. It's called Time Fade. The song is fire. Who produced that?
Someone from Louisiana. I forget what his name is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it. Somebody from Louisiana I was connected with.
Oh, okay.
It's like I Make Fire Beats or something like that, his name is.
Oh, gotcha. You found them online?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's happening more and more nowadays, where the artist doesn't know the producer per se, but because online is so easy and accessible, they could get music, pay for the beat, and
even with verses from artists, and people don't usually be in the studio with each other.
Yeah.
They send them a verse while they're in the studio.
Yeah.
And they'll go to their studio and record it nowadays.
Yeah. So the last year,
Yeah.
you've been trying to do this. You've been going hard. What you've been doing in the last year that says, hey, I'm trying to make this happen?
In the last year, it's mainly been in my head, just focusing. Like, you know, I've been a lot of alone time, a lot of sitting around and just focusing. You know, I started taking the shows I was getting, you know, and taking the opportunities I was getting. Like, I got to take these because, you know, going to the city, it could be a hassle every week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But, you know, so I was like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this so I can perfect my craft. I got to get better at performing. I got to get better at recording. I got, you know.
Right.
And that's it. Songwriting. Songwriting, crucial. Linking with the right people. I'm around all the right people right now.
Gotcha.
So it's just coming together pretty well.
Gotcha. I seen that one song has like over 200,000 views.
That nobody knows one?
I mean, that's impressive,
Yeah,
brother.
that's cool,
I mean,
man.
Congratulations. Salute.
You,
you know,
Thank you.
200,000 views, man. I hope I get 200,000 views in 2 years on this thing. You know what I mean? So good for you.
Hard work, man. You know, a little money for advertising and, you know, stuff spreads. So
Yeah. I mean, but the material has to be good.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got a good response for it. So,
Yeah,
you know.
no, the song is fire. I love the video. This is all available online. Just look up Dom
Check that
Gotti.
out.
You know,
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. It's a really good song, actually. So in this last year, it sounds like, you know, you've been putting, you know, paper to pen, you know, pen to paper, really giving it some real thought. So then, what were your inspirations for that? To say, hey, I want to be an artist. Did you look up to an artist when you were younger and say, I like to be like that? You know, was there an artist out there that inspired you?
I would say in the very beginning, you know, I'm a Nas fan all
Oh,
day. Like,
okay.
I love Nas, and I always wanted to be like. I think a lot of people want to be like Nas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
I was big on Nas. That was in the beginning, but I stopped listening to people's music for a long time. For years, I wasn't really listening to music. I was just trying to create my own feel, my own. Make sure that I was in my vibe. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That's one way to look at it, because there is a lot of not say knockoff or thievery, but it's like, you know, you like something so much, you tend to sound like it when you go record, you know. So I understand
That's
that.
the thing. Like when you listen to this music, it doesn't really sound like nobody. Can you say, "Oh, that sounds like this guy or that guy"? Not really. Like
Right. No. Actually, I had a question down for Dom Gotti. I was going to ask him, you know, who he thought he sounded like. And to be honest with you, I scratched it off. I'm like, he's going to say nobody. It's a unique sound. I know it's like that inter-perspective type of music, but then it's almost like, hey, here's me, but then here's the world that this person has to live in around me. And it's almost like you're telling a story, like telling them who you are, but then telling them who you are in the mix of what you got to deal with. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, so that's what I take away from your music. You know, the Forbidden City one, it has like a good flow to it all. You know, I feel like you can just put it in and just let it play. You know, so, and you can't say that about a lot of people. You know, even these made artists out there that are, you know, making millions and stuff. There's a lot of them that you just can't play, you know, front to back. It's just whack. You know, it's like it doesn't hold up. You know, but all right, cool. So just learning who Dom Gotti is. You know.
Yeah.
So what's a favorite sport? What?
Basketball all day. I mean, I fell in love with football, but originally it was basketball.
Okay.
I played basketball.
You still play?
Basketball. I don't play too much anymore.
Yeah.
I talk about playing, but I want to play still. But
I talk about working out. I know how that goes.
I do work out. I'm in the gym, you know, pretty much every day, at least every other day. You know, so that's about it.
Staying healthy.
You
know, well, that comes down to taking, you know, what you're doing seriously, right? You know, you have to. It's not a joke to be able to go on stage even for 10 minutes, keep your wind, you know, keep your energy up. You know, you can't go on there malnutritioned and sloppy. You know, it's not going to...
Some people can, you know what I mean? You see some people are overweight, but they still kill and they do the thing. But me personally, I can't. I have to stay fit. I have to keep my breath right to record and everything.
So you're working hard at it, you know what I mean? And I think it shows. I mean, I've seen a couple of performances, you know, SOBs down in the city. I was down there for that, you know, and like when you came on stage, that, you know, everybody's looking like, who's that? But then that nobody knows kind of dropped, and they were like, oh, you know, what's that?
Scotty. wouldn't understand it if I told you. Every day of my life, it's like I'm getting colder and colder. 90 degrees, I'm still shivering. Just a product of this cold world that we living in. Chasing after dividends to capitalize. Capitalism benefit capitalize. I mean, we have to survive, but to a competent brain, it seems we living in a real life monopoly game. Still I'm rolling the dice, my heart's froze and my soul is on ice. Talking to God to get a hold of advice, and I've been searching a while. The Bible verses is foul, cause everybody knows there ain't no church in the wild. I was the first in denial and needed something to believe in, but education's failing, the government is thieving. Wising up, young, and you ain't living cause you breathing. This global warming in the cold world so freezing, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows or even cares till their life's in danger. No one even knows to be nice to strangers. Nobody know the poor go to fight the war, and no one knows where they go when their life is lost. Nobody knows, just getting it by any means necessary, but to be truly happy ain't any means necessary. Some of the best things in life are free, but nobody knows till they pay the price to see. Like the cost of your reading glasses, the thought that the media gasses lies, and it's getting hard to strive for what they teach in classes. Leads me to believe that nobody knows, and when to reach the mass and conquer and divide in between the classes. Classless, while the rich are getting richer, the only color is green. I'm quick to get the picture. To put your life together, all you need's a stapler, cause it seems your only God is a piece of paper, but nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, but do you even stop and think, wondering who's the ones that's paying for the bombs and tanks? While some people can't even get a decent meal, you'd rather pay to get rid of them, just keep it real. Us peasants using up the land's resources, they playing God thinking that they can't be corpses. Murdering thieves, encouraging greed, cause they'd rather make $1 than to cure your disease. Peace and prosperity we know is fictitious. There's no humanity left, only big business. It's double back for the ones you lent, so all praise is due to the 1% that nobody knows.